Saul Canelo Alvarez responds to the comments made by Stephen A. Smith towards newly crowned unified heavyweight champion Andy Ruiz. Stay tuned, coming up next.
Hey, this is Cassie, and you're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.
Shout out to Blue Blood Sports TV.
You're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.
Shout outs to Blue Blood Sports TV.
You're watching Blue Blood Sports TV. Hola, habla Cindy, está viendo Deportes TV.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So I made a video about this earlier, the comments that Stephen A. Smith made towards Anthony Joshua and the comments he made towards Andy Ruiz. He referred to Andy Ruiz as Butterbean. He stated that Anthony Joshua lost to a guy that looks and acts and has the physique of Butterbean. He said, what the heck is this? A little derogatory comments towards Andy Ruiz. He's disappointed, and he's expressing his disappointment in Anthony Joshua and the fact that Anthony Joshua quit in the fight. With that said, there's a few fighters coming to Anthony Joshua and Andy Ruiz's defense. That being, one of them being Mexican superstar Saul Canelo Alvarez, as he takes to social media and absolutely lights into Stephen A. Smith. He's not happy with the comments Stephen A. Smith made. He said that, Stephen A. Smith doesn't know anything about the sport of boxing. Who do you think you are? He's not happy at all. You have casual boxing fans, and you got these guys that sit on there and they have big platforms like ESPN, First Take, and things of that nature. Stephen A. Smith has his own podcast. He has ESPN behind him. He has First Take, which is widely popular, and things of that nature. Stephen A. Smith is an expert in basketball. Stephen A. Smith is not an expert in the sport of boxing. But when you're on ESPN, such a platform, a worldwide leader in sports, you have to know multiple sports. And so with that said, Stephen A. Smith chimes in on multiple sports. This making him feel like he's an expert in all of these sports, right? And so they have Max Kellerman on the show. Max Kellerman on ESPN on the show First Take, and they have Dan Rafael. But it's arguable about Dan Rafael's boxing knowledge. As I stated in the other video, Dan Rafael had Jarrett Swift-Hurd winning the fight against Julian J. Rock Williams, 114-113. He's probably the only person in the world that thought that Julian J. Rock Williams lost that fight to Jarrett Swift-Hurd. But, and Dan Rafael had the best seat in the house on top of it, right? But with that said, they have Max Kellerman on there. They have boxing experts is what I'm getting at, and that being Dan Rafael and Max Kellerman. But Stephen A. Smith, he develops a relationship with some of these boxers. Stephen A. Smith enjoys the sport of boxing. He's a fan of the sport of boxing. He's just not an expert at the sport of boxing. And he's not a die-hard fan, right? He's not a hardcore boxing fan. He's a casual boxing fan. He knows the big names in the sport. He doesn't know about the different weight classes. He doesn't know the pound-for-pound list. He doesn't know the contenders. He knows in the heavyweight division, he knows Deontay Wilder. He knows Tyson Fury. He knows Anthony Joshua. He knows maybe Jarrell Big Baby Miller because of the controversy. I'm pretty sure he doesn't know who Dillian White is. I'm pretty sure he doesn't know who Joseph Park is. I'm pretty sure he doesn't know, as we know, Andy Ruiz and, other contenders like Alexander Povetkin and guys of that nature, right? When he had Jamel and Jamal Charlo on his show, when leading up to their fight, when they were headlining at the Barclays Center, he had them on, and Stephen A. Smith alluded to the fact that he thought they were in the welterweight division. He didn't even know what division they campaigned in. Neither of them are in the welterweight division. Jamal is in the middleweight and Jamel is in the junior middleweight, right? He referred to them as welterweights. He continuously referred to them in the interview as welterweights. So this just goes to show how deep his boxing knowledge goes. And sometimes these guys are huge fans of the sport of boxing and they lose a love for it because of all of the politics and things of that nature in the sport of boxing. And then when they come back to the sport of boxing, they're out of touch. This is what happens. So you have some of these guys that have been fans of the sport of boxing can give you a history lesson on the sport of boxing back in the earlier days of the sport of boxing, right? But as they grew, the sport of boxing and politics came into play, and they no longer stayed in touch with the sport of boxing. But now, you know, when you have big fights and things of that nature, and superstar boxers, they become casual fans and don't realize that they became casual fans, and they think they could just chime in, but they're actually lost. They don't know what's going on in the sport of boxing, through and through, right? So they feel like they could just pick up where they left off. And I'm not saying this is the case with Stephen A. Smith, because I truly don't know his background, his boxing knowledge, right? But with that said, I'm just giving my thoughts on some of the guys that I come in contact with that used to be in love with the sport of boxing and no longer fell out of love because of all of the politics. You know, they want to see this guy fight this guy and it never happens and things of that nature, and you just lose the love for it. And so with that said, you know, this is probably the case. This might be the case with Stephen A. Smith, but, you know, for him to say that Andy Ruiz looks like Butterbean and Andy Ruiz didn't look like a contender, Andy Ruiz, you know, things of the nature, the stuff that I heard people refer to Andy Ruiz is disgusting, to say the least, you know what I mean? So Saul Canelo Alvarez, his Mexican counterpart, is not happy whatsoever with the way he was portrayed by Stephen A. Smith, and he let Stephen A. Smith know it, point blank and period. But that's all I got for y'all. It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all of the notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shouts out to the entire LDBC. Shouts out to New Media. Shouts out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.
Blue Blood Sport TV, baby, from the Empress. Much love.